Hello my friends, the year 2023 has already passed half. Next weekend it's midsummer already. Where did these 6 months go? So I thought it's time to show you some things I have updated on my Husqvarna Norden 901. Let's have a look. First of all, apologies, I have still not invested in a good microphone, so I'm recording this with a little Sony RX100 camera, hoping that the sound quality is okay. I think I have found a little place here without much wind, but I promise one of the next investments will be some wireless microphone to improve the sound quality of these videos. So today I want to talk a little bit about the Norden 901 again, about some upgrades I did, about some experiences I've had, and about the latest service that has been done on the bike, now at 15,000 kilometers. And a bit more than, when did I get it? 15 months I think. I think I got it early 2022, so it's about 15 months now. So let's see what I've done with the bike. So what you see right away are two things on the front. Another screen, a lower one actually, and this strange yellow thing in front of the windscreen. Why that? Well, I openly admit I'm just 1.71 m, so I'm a little bit shorter guy, and for most bikes actually I get the turbulence from the windscreen somewhere around, I guess nose height, which is quite uncomfortable because it gives me a lot of helmet shake. Now I'm not riding really fast roads, I'm hardly on the motorways. It's mostly like small roads like that one or like that one, but still sometimes I need to get out of the city, get some kilometers done, like 30-40 kilometers out on motorways, and then turbulence is for sure an issue. For sure if you do long trips, long days and travel with the bike. So for me normally a lower screen works better than a higher screen, because it will lower the turbulence somewhere from maybe nose height a little bit further down. So the helmet is what is called a laminar airflow, so a straight airflow without so much turbulence. So that's why on all bikes so far I really liked a lower screen. Also I don't like the high screens because I don't like looking through the screen. And another aspect is the following. That is, if I'm standing on the bike, now it's on the side stand, and to balance a little bit. In a standing position and would lean very far forward, I would get very close with my face to this high screen. So in the worst case you just dip it over, and if you have the visor open, which you maybe shouldn't have, you actually hit your nose. So that's also a reason to have a low screen and not have one of these very high touring screens that I see some people. Plus on top, as I said, I don't like looking through the screen, I'd like to look above the screen. So and then I have this yellow screen in front of the headlight. What is that for? That has been basically an experiment of some people I know from BMW Club who tried to make motorcycles more visible in traffic. The problem is if you have a motorcycle has only one light point, so it's very hard for a car driver, for example, to estimate how far is that motorcycle away and how quickly is it approaching. The car has two headlights. In the distance it looks more like one dot, but then these two dots are separating, and then you get an idea, oh, this is a car approaching, and you have, by some training and experience, you know approximately how far that is away and how quickly it is approaching. That does not work with a motorcycle, which has only one headlight. These auxiliary lights make it a little bit better when it comes closer. I would still prefer having them further down and further away to get a bigger triangle. But one other idea was, why not make the headlight yellow? So the brain sees something yellow approaching and thinks, oh wait, what is going on here? What is that? Oh look, that's a motorcycle. It's not a car in the far distance, it's a motorcycle which is quite close. And that makes people, the brain switch on, or the brain switches into awareness mode, you could say, somehow, because of this bright yellow light. And I will show you a little bit later in a quite dark forest here how that looks like from the distance. Also it has a slipping around here, and that makes you see from the side like a ring, or half a ring actually, so that gains attention also. It gets quite bright here because of the slipping. Right now it's not attached with the original mounting points that I used for the clear screen protector that I bought with the bike, but it's just some glued Kartbore in Klettverschluss in German. What is that? these things that stick together, you know. I lost the English word, sorry. You know, guess I know what you mean. So I can pull it off, the stickers will stay on side, and then I can just put it on. Both for cleaning, and if I would really ride at night, I would prefer really having the full white light available and not this yellowish light, which of course is not as bright for me to see in the darkness as the original white LED light. So these discs have now been officially approved by Swedish Vägverket, by the road authorities, so they are legal to use in Sweden now after the experimental phase, and getting quite popular. On top of that, of course, there's also some other yellow stuff on the bike, so it fits quite nicely, I think. Looks good, in my opinion, but tastes are different. So there are three more things I'd like to mention about the bike. First of all, I had some issue which I already realized last fall, that it was sounding very metallic, mechanical inside the engine, mainly when it was cold. And what I suspected was at the end also confirmed. It was the cam chain tensioner, so this thing that is basically pressurized by the engine oil and tightens the cam chain, the one that drives or controls the valves. And that will make more slap and more noise inside. Not really a big deal, but I think you shouldn't ride forever with that kind of thing, with that kind of problem. That was solved on warranty at about 13,000 kilometers, no problem. Second, I just had the bike now at the service for the 15,000 kilometer service. You know, it's like 1,000 kilometers almost right after delivery, and then it's every 15,000 kilometers. 15,000 a small service, 30,000 a big service with the valve clearance, for example, another 15,000 the oil and other stuff, at 45 again the valves. So next year, by the time I'm up to 30,000, I probably do my service myself. I need to learn then simply how to do the valve clearance check. I've never done it, I admit it, but I'm working professionally with more complicated stuff, so I think that is something I can learn. And then the warranty has expired, and I really don't need to sponsor the workshops anymore. That service was also quite a bit more expensive than I expected, because we also replaced the front sprocket. In my opinion, not really necessary already, because I'm replacing the sprockets and the chain normally done together at around 20,000, 25,000 kilometers. And they replaced the rear brake pads. Same there, I would have ridden them a few more thousand kilometers and taken a spare part with me. They don't take much space and they are easy to change. Even on a campground somewhere. But otherwise, okay, labor rates are of course also increasing in Sweden, so I ended up with around 500 euros for that service. Okay, then I finally replaced the rear tire on the bike so far, after now almost 15,000 kilometers, unbelievable, but it lasted that long. I put a Husqvarna K60 Scout on it, a tire I know very well, which has this middle strip. And that gives you quite a high mileage actually, which I like, because I'm mostly traveling. I'm driving a lot of kilometers with the bike, and I can't afford really to change tires 3 times in a season. That's too much money, I think. And since I'm more a calm driver, I would say I don't need the maximum grip on the kind of road I'm using the bike on. The front is still the original, but I'm thinking about replacing them maybe tomorrow. I still have a Karoo 3 lying around at home, brand new. So that might be an interesting combination to try, the Karoo 3 in the front, with a bit more grip on the loose stuff and a good side control, and the Husqvarna K60 on the rear for high mileage. I guess I'll try that combination and I'll let you know later how that worked out. Okay. Have a great summer, great travels. I will be going to Norway, as I said, a little bit after midsummer. This time the south, where I haven't been so much. Maybe I'm gonna make a video about that too. Okay, see you then. Bye.
Jag ser inte kommer ihåg, han har säkert ställt in den för värsta fotot där.
Ja.
Ser man det?
Ja.